For question number 11, the Sam Key building located at 8 West Pender Street in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada is dash the shallowest commercial building in the world. Is it famous at, or famously known at, or noteworthy for being, or is very, or quite possibly by? So the right option here will be noteworthy for being. So actually the sentence is moving like this: Canada is dash the slowest commercial building. So noteworthy means like prominent or familiar or well known. So noteworthy for being the shallowest commercial building in the world. Let us move to the next space, that is 12th one. However, Vancouver widened and Pender Street and expropriated 24 feet of the above ground dash effectively. So what should be the appropriate option in the 12th space? Is it wide boundaries of, or the tallest portion, or very tall part, or portion of the property, or is properly feued? So from the given options, we can identify or understand that portion of the property, that means above ground portion of the property effectively or so, making conventional commercial use of the remaining frontage is the option. So let us move to the next blank space, that is 13th. Refusing the neighbors offered to dash, Sam Key decided to build anyway. So is it buy the remaining land, or purchase the rest money, or to go through with it, or land was given? So from the given options, we can easily identify that it is buy the remaining land or purchase the remaining land. Here it means procuring or purchasing the remaining land. Offer to buy the remaining land. Sam Key decided to build anyway. Now let us move to the next blank space, that is 14th. The basement dash sidewalk and are originally housed public baths. So what should come in that blank space? Is it seems clogged, or extends beneath the, or submerged into, or is devoid of any, or seems to be not there? So the basement extends beneath the sidewalk and originally housed public baths. So option B is the correct one, which says extends or extendable, as the case may be. Let us move to the next blank space, which is 15th one, where we have to choose the correct option from the given space. While the ground floor was used for offices and shops, and the dash for living quarters, is it lake nearby, or top story, or upper class inn, or road besides, or building inside? So here again it is trying to say about the size of the building or some format of structure. So while the ground floor was used for office and shops, the top story for living quarters should be the appropriate one. It cannot be the lake nearby, or upper class inn, or road besides, or building inside. So the appropriate word which can fill that space is top story. Question number 16 to 20. In the following passage, there are blanks, each of which has been numbered. These numbers are printed below the passage, and against each 5 words are suggested, and one of which will fit the blank appropriately. The result of Annie's first term exams came out, and when her mother went to collect it, she was dashed to see Annie's poor result. On reaching home, she called Annie, scolded her, and in the end gave her some advice regarding her studies. She told Annie to work hard, dash very carefully, to the teacher and stop wasting her time in useless activities. But Annie turned a deaf ear to her mother's advice. Soon she realized that she had lost her dash in the class. The teachers didn't think so well of her now due to her poor marks, and some of her friends, who were also good in studies, preferred to sit in the class and spend time with those who were good in studies. She realized that life was not about having fun only. It is about doing something dash in order to achieve something. She then started to work hard. Her grades eventually dash and her teachers were satisfied with her. Her mother was glad that she had accepted her advice. Annie continued to work hard and she did very well in her final exams. If she had not accepted her mother's advice, she would not have been successful. So let us try to identify the appropriate word which can fill into the space. Question number 16. The result of Annie's first term exams came out, and when her mother went to collect it, she was dash. Is it disappointing or upset or challenging or agnostic or optimistic? So from the options given, we can imagine or understand that option B, upset, should fill in that space. The result of Annie's first term exams came out, and when her mother went to collect it, she was upset to see Annie's poor result. Now let us move to the next blank space, which is 17. On reaching home, she called Annie, scolded, and in the end gave her some advice regarding her studies. She told Annie to work hard, dash very carefully. So what should come in that blank space? Is it taunt or belittle, avoid, listen or disturb? So from the given options, we need to identify or understand that she told Annie to work hard, dash very carefully. So taunt, is it fitting? No. Belittle, certainly not. Avoid, so which is like a negative response. And listen seems to be suitable. And option E, disturbed, again it is an incorrect option. So listen should be the right word, where she told Annie to work hard, listen very carefully to the teacher and stop wasting her time in useless activities. So it is trying to say that someone should observe what the teacher says. So the appropriate word is listen in this blank space. Let us move to the next question. But Annie turned a deaf ear to her mother's advice. Soon she realized that she had lost her dash in the class. So is it stamina, failure, love, attitude or position? So from the given space, what can be understood? That means soon she realized that she had lost her. So when something is lost, it should be like a position or a role, as the case may be. So stamina cannot fit into that space, or failure cannot fit into the space. Even love or attitude can not fit into that space. So obviously position should be the right word which can fill in that group. Let us move to the next question. Blank space 19. She realized that life was not about having fun only. It is about doing something dash in order to achieve something. So is it constructive or bold or cowardly or innovation or disastrous? So from the given options, what can exactly fit into that space? Doing something dash in order to achieve something. Constructive, somewhat matching. Bold, no. Innovation, again looks different. Disastrous, again it is like a contrast meaning. And The right meaning which can fill into that space is constructive. Constructive means whether it is productive or effective, as the case may be. Doing something constructive in order to achieve something.